Hello yogis and welcome to my channel. My name is Xenia and today I will guide you through the well-rounded Vinyasa flow practice. It's a full length class, so it's about 1 hour length. We do everything for entire body, we keep the balance, we build up the strength. But today we are a little bit more focusing on the hip opener positions and the hamstring stretches. You don't need any props today, but keep in mind that we are going to do some advanced poses like Skandasana and Frog Pose. So if you know that you need support, use the props, blocks, pillows near you. Please support your body. And without saying that, let's just jump into the practice or slowly crawling in it. And we are starting from the sitting position, so I will ask you to bring yourself on the sitting bones, opening your knees on the sides and bringing your feet into the middle line. We're going to spend some time here, so if it feels too much for your body, then use cushion or some supportive blanket, something soft under your sitting bones to support lower part of the back. And you may close the eyes and do a couple of first deep breaths. Focusing first on your heart zone. Maybe asking yourself, how do I feel before the practice? And then bring focus on your sitting bones, grounding yourself through the sitting bones, feeling the base. And then right from here we start to walk with our hands right in front of you, still keeping sitting bones grounded, reaching out, and you may keep your fingers bring them into the spider fingers, so lifting up a little bit from the ground, and from the chest, forehead, bring yourself down. Holding, breathing. Now you start to walk with the hands on the left side, and then again from the forehead as low as you can, keeping your spine straight. Feeling more side stretch here. Joining deep breath. Great, let's come back to the middle line and then we continue walking on the right side. Again, moving as low as you can with the forehead down. Feeling the side stretch from the left side. Good, come back to the middle line, lengthen your spine here. And then accurate, walking back to the hips, grounding yourself again through the sitting bones. Do a nice smooth move on the right side with the right hand and joining your left arm above the head, holding the side stretch. Do not follow this move with the sitting bones. We want to feel ourselves constantly grounded through the sitting bones, and opposite left knee steady and heavy in this position. If you want to go deeper, you can always bend the elbow and moving like this, lower, holding the stretch a little bit more. Then press away. Smooth move on the left side, changing direction, no expectations. Just let your body first to be open through the side. Again, pay attention on the opposite knee. And maybe slowly moving deeper. Press away, and we are going to do one more time. Right side. Launch your left arm above the head. Keeping your elbow open to the sky, so moving through the side. Press away, and last change on the left side, joining your right arm. Good job. Come back to the middle line. And now lengthen your spine. Inhale. Couple of breaths here. Opening yourself to the sky. And then exhale, moving into the twist on the right side. Keep your arms straight and focus on your back shoulder. Moving deeper into the twist. We keep our spine straight here. And really great practice for all twistings to do deep breath to improve our digestion system. Relief, come back to the middle line. Inhale again. Lengthen your spine, reach out with the arms, hands above the head. And exhale, twist through the left side, opening your back, left shoulder, and keeping your spine straight. Try maximum to keep your arms straight here. Good job. Relief, come back to the middle line. And now twist, shift yourself more on the right leg, on the right hip, and start to walk here, keeping your sitting bones grounded. And maybe you can bring yourself on the forearms. Maybe you somewhat away from the hip, belly, chest, rounding the back, staying in the stretch through the hip, through the right leg. If you do this practice in the morning, don't be harsh on yourself. Sometimes side stretches, hip opening can be really challenging in the morning. Good, pressing away, come back to the middle line. Now changing the side, so you shift yourself more on the left side and walking, check in. How do you feel on this side? No any expectations when we do two sides separate. Great, relief from the middle line. Bring your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders, open them, drop them down, and through the chest you start to press away, lifting up your heart zone as high as you can, and maybe you gaze behind you if no any issues with your neck zone. If it's too much to look behind, then look at the ceiling or maybe just in front of you. and press away through the heart and shoulders, opening the top of your back and your heart zone like this. Great, relief. And now second approach, if it will be challenging for you, you do again the first modification, otherwise pressing down through the knees, so ground your knees, you start to lift up your hips, and the same move from the heart zone, pressing away through the hips, look behind you or maybe at the ceiling, any level for your neck. Good base in your knees and holding a little bit more, a little bit more. Relief, ground yourself through the sitting bones and bring your feet right in front of you. Create nice distance now. Seeing beautiful shape of your legs into in diamond shape. And then from the hip, belly, chest to the front, rounding the back, staying in the star pose. Opening our lower part of the back, our hips. Great, relief and completely changing our alignment on the tabletop position. So bring yourself into the squared alignment here. Shoulders exactly above your wrists. Hips on the level of the knees and connection of three poses here. Cow, cat and child position. On inhale, you opening shoulders, chest, look up, cow pose. On exhale, rounding the back, chin to the chest. Really nice squeeze of the top of your back. And then hold the way down to the child position. Lengthen your spine here. Forehead till the ground. And then inhale, bring yourself back to the cow pose. Open shoulders, chest. Exhale, cat. And hold the way down till the heels. Again, lengthen your spine. And about 5-7 times here you want to do in your own tempo. Bring yourself to the front. Nice squeeze in the cat. And child position to lengthen your spine. Couple of times more. And then bring yourself to the plank pose, so tuck the toes, keeping shoulders still above the wrists, belly in. You can visualize yellow color in the zone of your belly. Where is your self-esteem, self-power, self-love? Couple of breaths more. And then lifting up the hips, you start to walk here in the first down doggy. And just bringing heels now up and down. So warming up our ankles, hamstrings. Maybe pressing down and holding one side longer. And then another one. A couple of times like this more. Then you spread your feet on the sides of the mat, so giving a little bit more space here, pressing down through the heels and holding down facing dog position. Focusing at the top of your back, so you can always bend the knees and hold down doggy in more comfortable modification for your hamstrings. Couple of breaths more here. And then you look up, step forward between the hands, staying and folding down. Maybe keeping your legs straight, maybe grab on opposite elbows. If it's too challenging, always bending the knees, using supportive tools, maybe blocks in front of you. And staying in inversion for 5-6 deep breaths more. Relax your spine, relax your neck zone. Just let yourself to hand down. And then hands above the knees, look up, flat back. Engage your buttocks and start to lift up your torso. Continue the move, and at the top, nice inhale. Arms, hands above the head. And exhale, Samasthiti here in front of your heart. Close your feet. Prepare yourself for Utkatasana. Knees closed, so everything into the middle line. Touch the ground and sit on imaginary chair. Don't overload the knees here and really sitting nicely back. Belly in, flat low part of the back, so tilt the pelvis, you don't curve low part of the back here. Keep it straight. Couple of breaths more. Then hands in front of the heart and grab with the right elbow behind the left knee and maybe pressing away, bringing hands in front of your heart or as close as you can. Softly relieve and coming back to the middle line. Again, Utkatasana, touch the ground, sit on imaginary chair. Hands in front of the heart, grabbing with the left elbow behind the right knee. And the same principle, pressing away, still sitting on the chair. Good job, relief, come back to the middle line. Utkatasana, touch the ground, sit on imaginary chair. And hands in front of the heart, relieving the pose, straightening the legs. Good job. Lifting up right knee in the air. Pointing toes, couple of breaths more here. Keeping your spine straight and stepping back for the pyramid position. So nice distance when your feet in parallel lines, heels grounded. Keeping legs straight. Inhale, look up at the ceiling, arms, hands above the head. And from the hip, belly, chest, you lengthen yourself forward and then slowly continue any level down, feeling the stretch for your hamstrings. If it's too much, staying on your leg, using the blocks. So any level that feels okay for you today. Now moving to the various three, you start to bend the front knee, hands in front of the heart and lifting up your back leg, pressing away through the base foot, giving yourself stability here. And maybe if you feel like you can always reach out with the arms, keeping straight line of entire body, or hands still in front of the heart. Holding concentration on yourself a little bit more. Now stepping back into the high lunge, bend the front knee, controlling the move, high lunge, heel is in the air, touch the ground, open yourself to the sky, don't overload the front knee, so if you feel that you go too deep to the front, do correction. Good, now hands down, bring your right knee down, softly moving into the low lunge, hands above the knee and relax the hips on here. Breathe in, couple of moments more here. Then touch the ground, open yourself to the sky for a moment here. Then bring in arms, hands in front of your chest and moving into the twist. You start to open your left arm, shoulder back and you look behind. Try to not decrease the hands here, so keep on the same level of your shoulders. Couple of moments more here. Good job. Come back to the middle line. Hands from the inner side, lizard position. Let your body to accept the pose. Relax the hips. And then if you feel like you can always go deeper, opening your foot on this side, maybe bringing yourself on the blocks, on the forearms, maybe with the forehead down. Relaxing the hip zone, holding the stretch. Great, now you start to straighten the arms, close the foot back and we are moving to Skandasana. Keep in mind that it's intensive pose in any yoga, so please use supportive tools, so don't go too deep in this pose. So we start to do inner rotation. Using our hands, you tag the back foot and bring yourself, I will be not with the face to you now. So bring yourself as low as you can and dropping sitting bones down. Blocking yourself from the inner side. and holding the stretch. We want to lengthen our right leg on the side, so you want really create some nice distance between your feet. Pretty often when you bring your one foot to another, this is the moment when you're lifting up the heel. Drop the sitting bones down, blocking yourself, pressing away, maybe even if you work deeper with the hip zone. And for a little challenge and balance, if you feel like, you can also hold the pose without supportive hands on the ground. If you want more challenge, then you can look at the ceiling. It's always more shaky. Great, now come back with supportive hands on the ground. Press away, lifting up the hips, bring yourself into the wide leg position. Couple of breaths more here, stabilize yourself, toes to the inner side, and then bring in your forehead as low as you can to the ground. If it's too much, then someone the way, but please engage your shoulders using nice support of your arms here. And then using supported hands, press away, inhale, look up, flat back. Then hands on the zone of the hips, start to lift up your torso. And walking a little bit more here, and at the end, jump to the inner side for fun. And step forward on the side of your mat. We're going to change the sides. Lifting up the left knee in the air. Bring concentration on the heart zone, hands in front of the heart. Holding. Point the toes. Keeping your spine straight. You can really, to make this pose very intensive, lifting up your knee as high as you can. Pressing down through the foot and squeezing the space between the shoulder blades. And then controlling the move, stepping back into the pyramid position. Check yourself, feet in parallel lines, knee zone is straight, heels grounded. Inhale, arms, hands above the head, lengthen your spine. And then from the hip, belly, chest, you lengthen yourself to the front first. And then slowly check in your hamstrings on the side, holding the pyramid position. Let's move to the warrior three, bending the front knee, hands in front of the heart, softly pressing away, giving the base in the front foot, maybe lengthening yourself if you wish, arms, hands above the head, keeping straight line, parallel line to the floor. Couple of moments more. And then bending the knee, bring yourself into the high lunge. So step back, check your front knee, touch the ground, open yourself to the sky. Hands down, left knee on the ground, hands above the right knee. Relax the hip zone in the low lunge. And then for a moment, touch the ground, open yourself to the sky. Then bring in hands, arms in front of you, the level of the chest, moving into the twist. So you open in your right arm back, keeping hands and shoulders on the same level. Good job. Come back to the middle line. Hands from the inner side. Shift your right foot on the side of the mat. Let's accept first lizard position with our hips. And then relaxing, moving deeper. Maybe opening your right foot on the side. Relax and hold the stretch. Great, good base in your hands, straightening the arms, closing the foot, moving into Skandasana. So inner rotation, using supportive back foot. You roll and drop sitting bones as low as you can, keeping your left leg straight, lengthen it. Do some corrections. If it's too challenging, use the block. You can bring your weight of the legs, especially on the arms. And for deeper stretch, you can always use your elbow to open knee and hip more on the side. Maybe a little challenging for the balance without supportive hands on the ground. And now again, give the base in the hands, lifting up the hips, closing your toes to the inner side. So wide leg position. And this time leaving your left hand supportive on the ground, moving into the twist, opening your right side, look at the ceiling. If you want to go deeper, you can always bring your hand deeper on your foot. And then changing the side, right hand down, inhale, opening your left side. And come back with the hands and we start to move into the Malasana squat. So walking with the feet to the middle line, heels about your hips, distance apart, dropping sitting bones down. blocking on the level of the knees with the elbows and lengthen your spine to the sky. Relax your face. Squeeze the space between the shoulder blades. Holding the pose with the entire body, but relaxing your sitting bones, relieving the pressure from there. Nowadays we sit really a lot, so we all collect blood pressure in our sitting bones. Now block yourself from the right side, open your left side, look at the ceiling. Don't crush your left knee to the midline, so you still keep it open. And then come back for a moment to the midline. Fix this pose and changing the side. Blocking your left side, opening your right, look up at the ceiling. Good. Come back to the middle line and with supportive hands, bring yourself with the sitting bones down. Bring your left foot to the root chakra. Opening your right leg on the side, moving to the half butterfly position. From the hip, belly, chest to the front, rounding the back, staying in the stretch. Now do the twist from this pose more on the right side, so even maybe bringing your elbow behind the right leg. So working more with the hamstring and side of the low part of the back now. Holding. Now again come back to the middle line. And maybe you can feel the difference, so you maybe can go deeper. And then pressing away, come back to the sitting position, and we are going to change the sides. So right foot to the body, left leg is open on the side, lengthen it a bit, toes on you. From the hip, belly, chest to the front, rounding the back, staying in the stretch. Again, accurate twist yourself more on the left side, maybe fixing with supportive arm behind the left leg, grounding the back, staying here. Bring yourself back to the middle line. Maybe again, moving deeper. Great. Press away through the hands. Come back to the middle line. So close your feet, moving into the butterfly position. Right in the middle line, your feet and close to the body. Maybe a couple of moments here, pressing through the elbows. And when you feel ready, from the hip, belly, chest to the front, fixing the lock on your toes. Rounding the back, moving as deep as you can with the forehead to your toes, holding the stretch. Great. Straight your back. We are going to change alignment for the tabletop position and to move into the froggy pose. If you know that it's intensive pose for your body, then please use supportive blocks, pillows. If you have any issues with the knees and you feel pressure, put something under your knees. So from the tabletop position, you're opening your knees on the sides. Then bringing yourself on the forearms, and maybe it's enough for you, or maybe you're opening your feet into the froggy feet. We want really to keep our knees on the line of the hips, so don't bring yourself forward with the hips or back. Even if your toes are closed, you still want to keep straight line of your knees and hips. And maybe moving deeper from the chest, forehead to the ground. If you need, use supportive block under your chest and under the lower part of the belly. Now we close the pose in safe mode, so give yourself good base in the forearms, hands. Close your feet to the middle line, and then weight of your body on the arms, hands, gently pressing away, closing the knees to the middle line. For a moment, take the child pose, relieve stress from the low part of the back. And then keeping your sitting bones on the heels, you walk with the hands closer to the knees. And we will do some exercises for the wrists. So you want to turn fingers on you now. And then pressing through the wrists, bringing the pillows of the hands as low as you can to the ground. Keeping your arms straight and pressing down through the sitting bones, low part of the back down also. Breathing. Great stretch for your wrists, engagement of the heart meridian here. And then we do vice versa pressure, so you turn around your wrists, fingers on you, and keep an arm straight. So sometimes it's mistake when people bending the elbow, so keep your arms straight, controlling here the speed, the weight of your body, feeling the stretch in the wrists, and still grounding yourself through the sitting bone, so you keep your back straight. Great job. Gently relieve, interlock the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders, drop your hands down, look up at the ceiling for a moment here, and then softly from the hip, belly, chest, bring your forehead as low as you can to the ground. If it works well, you press away through the arms, hands, keeping the shoulders stretched here. You may use always block in front of you if you cannot reach the ground. Couple of breaths more. And now relieve. Turn around. Bring yourself on your back. Lay in position. And we want to lift up our hips, staying on the shoulders. If this pose is challenging for you, any lifting up is good. You can also use supportive wall near you. So you start to bend the knee, bring the weight of your body pressing away through the hands to the front, then support your hands on the zone of your back. And from this point you start to straighten the legs, bringing your hands maybe higher, bringing your legs into the one line with the torso, and try to not spread your elbows on the sides, so keep them closer to the body. Couple of breaths more. Buttocks in, belly in, point the toes. From this point, maybe slowly moving into the plow pose if it's not intensive, or maybe somewhere on the way you may stay in parallel line to the ground, or deeper with the feet till the ground, maybe hands to your toes. And then slowly, bone after bone, bring yourself back on the mat. No rush. Ground first the lower part of the back. From this point you may bend the knees on or work till the end with the low part of the core. And bring yourself into the happy baby pose, knees to the chest. Then opening feet on the sides. Holding your feet. Relaxing the hips on. Now grab your big toes, straighten the legs for a moment right in front of you, drop the shoulders down. And bring yourself in any comfortable laying position for Shavasana. Quiet mind, quiet body. Now you start slowly to awaken your body, doing some stretches, moves. Slowly bring yourself on any comfortable side. And bring yourself back to the sitting position. So here shown down facing dog position, of course the best one. And to close the session, we bring our hands in front of the heart for clear and loving intentions. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for doing this well-rounded practice with me. I hope you feel grounded. I hope we did a lot of positions with the sitting bones today. I hope you feel uplifted. Enjoy your day. I see you next time. See you on the mat.